Shut up and
More popcorn!
shut up and
More popcorn!
Waka Waka guys, welcome back to another Popcorn and Chill episode here on the Extra Butter feed. It's your boy Nicho. We're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into 2023's The Flash. It just came out to the public this weekend, and yeah, let's get into it. So right off the bat, I fucking love this movie. This movie was funny, was heartbreaking, was nostalgic, and from the moment the trailer dropped, from the moment they dropped the hints that Michael Keaton was coming back and that his Batman is gonna be the Batman of this alternate universe. Now, before we get crazy into it, if you haven't seen the Flashpoint Paradox DC animated film, do yourself a solid, find it on Max, find it YouTube clips, whatever, and go watch it. It gives you a better understanding of what this movie was kind of like paralleling to in a way. Not gonna be exact, but you get a better understanding if you're not familiar with the storyline or the character or anything. If you're just like, hey man, I saw Batman as a kid, I want to watch this movie because Keaton did it. So, other than that, this movie, with all the drama that came out last year with Ezra Miller and all that stuff, it did not derail. It did not derail this film. It didn't, DC. If you remember, maybe how long ago, but we were supposed to get a Batgirl movie. They completely scrapped that movie. Completely scrapped it. They showed it to the actors and the crew members, the people that worked on the project, but for the public, nah. They threw it in the lock or safe, whatever, and locked it up. It's unless somebody can go in there and hide and hack it or whatever, you're never gonna see this movie. And it sucks because last year, that whole thing with Ezra Miller and his legal troubles and this just crazy news, it did not, push DC to say, you know what, fuck this project. But like DC has had this weird fucking like their cinematic universe. I felt like they're trying to be Marvel without being like Marvel. And they just threw a lot of shit at the wall, and hopefully, this stuck, and that. It's Man of Steel was an amazing film. I feel they kind of jumped the gun with Batman versus Superman, but it was cool to see that one. And then they brought in the Justice League, and then we all know how that went. People wanted the Snyderverse, the Snyder cut. Fast forward to 2021, we finally get that version of the Justice League, but it's not canon. This film basically resets everything. Resets what you remember being the DCEU or whatever the fuck they call it. And now it's fair playing ground. Now by this time, the news with James Gunn taking over the DC cinematic universe, with him directing a new Superman film. And I can't say the dude's name, but the director for this film has been confirmed to be directing the Batman film, Batman Brave and the Bold, or something like that, in the coming years. That's going to be in this new DCU or whatever. But this film, like I said, it's nostalgic. It's funny. It's heartbreaking. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. There's a scene in here where I did drop a little, moisture from my eyes, only because by the time you get to that point, and I mean, I'm not gonna spoil a lot, but by the time you get to that point, you kind of understand this character's intentions and feelings and just like I want to say empathize, but you get it. a lot of issues. People have been complaining CGI, and yeah, I get it. It looks really fucking weird. But the version I saw was a little, wasn't the best, but it was, gave me a broad idea. Um, I'm gonna say fuck it. I'm gonna ruin it. If you haven't seen the film, this is your spoiler alert. This is your spoiler alert. Go out, go watch it, come back, hit me up. Here we go. Hey, welcome back. We get a bunch of fucking cameos. We get a bunch of Easter eggs, and then of course, oh, the only reason I really wanted to see this film is because I wanted to see Keaton. I wanted to see Keaton come back as Batman. They did him so well with this, in this alternate timeline. Barry goes back to basically save his mom, because if you know, his mom died, his dad got accused of murdering her, this whole deal. He goes back and changes some stuff to, and then he isn't able to make it to the present of 2023. He gets knocked by another speedster into 2013, the day he gets his powers, which is ironically around the same time Zod invades Earth from Man of Steel. Now, in this alternate timeline, Barry isn't working at I guess as an intern or whatever. So, okay, I'm gonna say Barry again. Flash, Barry's gonna be the alternate guy, and Flash is gonna be the OG, the main character. So Flash has, I don't know if he has this idea, but he realizes, oh shit, this is when you get your powers, and if you don't get them, I won't be able to make it back. So we gotta fuck you up. So he goes, he takes him to the Central City Police Laboratory, wherever his accident happened. That in turn takes away his powers, and now he's got to show Barry how to be the Flash. And this dude is annoying as fuck. This dude, you can't Barry or the Flash understands why some people don't really like hang around him as much, or kind of like see him as like, dude, you're fucking retarded. You're annoying as fuck. Sorry, but there's some funny moments. You got the Flash running around butt naked. The Flash, Barry. And so when you start to see that Zod's attacking, or Zod is invading, the Flash tries to find the Justice League. Tries to find a Superman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Cyborg. Well, Cyborg hasn't had his accident yet. Aquaman hasn't been born. Neither has Wonder Woman. Batman is not the Batfleck from the Flash's timeline. He's OG Michael Keaton from Batman '89 and Batman Returns, and finds him, and there's this funny scene. He gets his ass kicked because basically they break into the mansion, Wayne Manor. Try not to keep this a long fucking video. So Batman agrees. It's like, well, they're trying to find Superman. He lays everything down. This is what's going on, and you find these people, Batman doesn't help him. Doesn't want at the beginning. So they break into the Batcave, and then Barry, the Flash, is able to kind of find Clark Kent, or Superman, Kal-El. Or so he thinks he has found him. He's in Serbia, in a Russian facility. Now this also kind of fits with the Flashpoint animated film, in a way. I want to say it wasn't Russia. I want to say, or maybe it was. Can't remember. Anyway, so they go to break Superman free. Lo and behold, it's not Superman. It's Supergirl, Kal-El, who, if you remember in Man of Steel, kind of teased that, oh, there's another pod and this and that. So I liked how they did that. long story short, she gets her power. She goes ape shit on the Russian guys. Then she realizes what's going on. Uh, Barry from 2013 is just in love with her, or like he's just like he's digging her. Um, then once everybody's back at home, Gotham, whatever, Flash tries to figures out a way to get his powers back, and so he's gonna recreate the accident with the help of Batman. And this fucks him up, like literally, he's like almost dead. Supergirl kind of just jets. She's like, "Fuck this, I'm out." She goes and sees what's going on with Zod and everything, and she realizes I'm gonna need some help probably. And she's trying to figure out, what's it like? How come these humans treated me like shit, but these humans rescued me and they're not douchebags? So she comes back and takes him, Barry, because he's like all fucked up. He's all fucked up. Takes him into the storm and zaps him again, basically. Comes back and he's got his powers, and so now it's on. Now it's you got two speedsters, freaking Kryptonian superhero, and an OG Batman, who, if you, I don't know, TikTok ruins a lot of shit. So there's obviously videos of the scene where Batman fights all the Russian dudes in the silo or whatever. And that was awesome. That was so fucking kick ass. Bulletproof capes and all that shit. The time travel aspect of this film gets a little murky. Now there was a part in the film at the battle with Zod where Zod reveals he killed Kal-El as a baby. He intercepted the ship or something like that. And in this version, I think Kal-El didn't have the necessary. I guess the codex wasn't in his blood or something. It was in Kara's or Supergirl's. So Zod is. Give me your blood so we can do that bullshit. I don't really want to say this. Batman dies. He goes kamikaze. He's in the Batwing, so he goes kamikaze on the Kryptonian ship, not realizing that it's shield protected. Kara gets, she beats the fuck out of Zod, but I guess she was doing some shit to his wrist deal or his wrist computer to try to shut everything down. She gets fucking stabbed from behind. Then he begins draining her blood or whatever it is he has to do. And both Barry Flashes are fucking like, we can fix this. We just have to. No, of 2013 Barry's like, we can fix this, and Flash is like, okay, yeah, we can. But then Barry just goes ahead and does it on his own to try to change shit, and then they're able to save them from these deaths. But the second time Batman, Flash tells him, hey, that ship's protected, it's got a shield, if you just be careful. Like, oh, okay, yeah. So he flies off, and this is a scene I think we've seen in the trailers and stuff where the Kryptonian jumps on the plane, on the Batwing, and then he wings out, the fucking ship crashes, and he just floats down, beats the fuck out of this dude, or just landing all these magnetic explosives and pop, pop, pop. And I don't know if maybe it's because he's older or what, but he didn't really take a lot of damage. But I think he may have, because he dies, like after the dude has the last explosion on his head, Batman falls to his knees and succumbs to his injuries. Flash comes over and it's like, he realizes this is a specific, I forget what the wording, but specific moment in time that is inevitable. You can't change it. They're gonna die. And 2023 Barry Flash understands it now. 2013 Barry's like, nah, we can't. We gotta keep doing it. And he just goes back and does it so many fucking times. Regular Flash or OG Flash is not helping him, and 2013 Flash is like, why aren't you helping me? We got this. We can fix this. He's Then that speedster from the beginning of the film that kind of knocked him into 2013 reveals himself the Dark Flash, which is actually 2013 Flash, who has been doing it so long, just trying to fix that fuck up, and he can't. For I don't even think they reveal how long he's done it. But then this awesome scene, we get all the fucking cameos of these multiverse worlds. We get all the Superman. I think they was more concentrated on Superman than any other. I mean, we get a little Adam West and a little Jay Garrett footage, but we see Christopher Reeves and Helen Slater, Superman, Supergirl. We see Jarvis Reeves from the OG serial TV show. We see Nicolas Cage as a Superman film that never really became anything. I don't know the specifics. All I just know is he tested the suit. I think Tim Burton was going to direct it. I think Kevin Smith was going to write it or had written it. I don't know. Don't quote me. Do your research. But it was really cool to see that. And of course, it's CGI and it's all like, ooh. But if you're that nitpicky about the visual of it, like you're not gonna get Christopher Reeves. The dude died. Let's be real. So it has to be some CGI art, old footage. But yeah, people just complain. They just want to complain. They bitch and moan. But I thought it was really cool. The heartbreaking moment. So okay. So Dark Flash is 2013. Well, he's about to kill 2023 Barry. 2013 Barry goes, I guess, in front of it, or he takes the blow, and then he dies, which erases Dark Flash, and everything goes back to normal. Nothing, no worlds are colliding, or nothing like that. Now, Barry realizes, his mom has to die. The little thing he did to alter the past, to have his mother and his parents, he can't. He has to go back to that. So he goes back in time to the moment where he, in the beginning of the film, put a can of tomatoes in the shopping cart. He goes and he gets mad. I don't know why, but he goes disguised to talk to his mom, and that moment was so fucking deep, dude, because you could tell this was the last time he would see his mother, past, present, whatever. But like, he was so fucking heartbroken, and like I said, man, I cried a little bit. I ain't gonna lie, I cried a little bit. So he erases what he does, critiques something, because in the beginning of the film, his dad is getting appealed, has a court date or appeal or whatever, and he doesn't look up or something. There's something that keeps the camera, the store's camera, from seeing his face to give that confirmation that he didn't kill his wife, because at the time of the murder he was at the store. So Barry does something, puts the can of tomatoes a little bit higher, so he has to look up and see his face. This thing, when he goes back into his present time, he's able to get his dad, appeal or set free, and it's weird because like in the TV show, if like Reverse Flash killed the mom, here it's just a random burglary that just went wrong. But the very end now, for all the cameos, I thought this was fun. I thought this was cool. And people were saying it's a post-credit scene. It's not a post-credit scene. It's the last scene of the film before the credits. The post-credit scene is Barry Allen and a drunk Aquaman leaving a bar. Spoiler alert. This scene is Barry getting a call from Bruce Wayne, and in the beginning of the film, Batfleck told him, you can't change the past, blah blah blah, and so he's like, hey, yeah, I understand I understand what you meant, and everything's back to normal. He's like, all right, I'll see you in a minute. I'm on my way. Car pulls up, paparazzi. Oh, Bruce Wayne, Bruce Wayne, Bruce Wayne. Who comes out of the crowd? Motherfucking George Clooney. Motherfucking George fucking Clooney. Batman and Robin. Joel Schumacher version. Age. Granted, he was clean. He wasn't clean shaven, so I don't know if he's still Batman or if he's like the Batman Beyond solid mask. Who knows? I thought that was funny as fuck. Is this the original ending? Because, like I said, that whole Ezra Miller stuff and everybody resetting the DCU and this and that. Could this been this something that was shot for this new age of DC, shared universe film, whatever? Who knows? We will find out in the years to come with his James Gunn involvement and everything. Like I said, this movie was funny, was nostalgic, heartbreaking, and so you kind of understand where people are coming from for praising it. But everybody's different. Everybody got their opinions. Everybody got something to shit on. Of course, CGI stupid. The one scene was in the beginning with the babies. That shit had me like, oh fuck, like on the edge of my seat, sort of. But yeah. What did you guys think of the film? Did you think it was good? Do you think it was overhyped? Are you one of those people that's just like, I mean, just complain for good, whatever. Let me know on Twitter at ShutUpPopcorn. This is gonna be in YouTube, on my YouTube channel. Hit me on the subscribe. Leave a comment after you subscribe, like the video, all that jazz. News flash. This was, it's been on my mind for a while. When is the main podcast coming back? When is Shut Up and Refill My Popcorn coming back from its 100th episode hiatus? Well, I've decided to come back in July. So, I do have a calendar. July 7th is the first Friday. I might just do that. July 7th. If not, the 14th. But I'm going back to bi-weekly, 2 episodes a month to, finish out this season in December like I have been. Movies I have been thinking about doing, haven't seen, is going to be on the coming soon section on the website. Now, I don't know if I'm going to keep the website. I've probably decided it's just cheaper for me to just use Linktree, and I really don't keep up with the website. Yeah, I'm more than likely. I think renewal comes back in July, so I might just end the website and just stick with the Linktree. Linktree has been really up in their game with their shit, so I'm digging it. You can listen to the podcast there. Got all the links for all the socials and YouTube, of course, Twitch, which I haven't done in a while, but I should because I've been playing a lot of Fortnite and a lot of the Nintendo and Super Mario and Ninja Turtle games and stuff like that. Oh yeah, and I got one of those stupid little retro Game Boy things. So there's a lot of games on that motherfucker. With that being said, there ain't nothing left up for me to discuss other than I really like this fucking movie. Highly suggest you guys go out and check it out. And if you ain't laughing, you ain't living. Take care of yourself and the people you love. Nanu. Peace.